What's up, guys? So I've officially become addicted to TikTok. It's like Vine all over again, except more girls. Like way more girls, all ages too, and half of them don't even post their age. So if you like taking risks when you jack off, download TikTok. But I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot get away with in the eyes of the law. This video is to talk to you about TikTok's very own Gary Vandersnooch. When I'm on TikTok, the last thing I want to hear is this guy telling me that if you're hungry, you gotta get up off your ass and get it every fucking day. Like, dog, I just got off work and I'm at the grocery store. I can't just get it when you want me to. And if you actually seen any of Gary Vee's videos, then you know that he is living proof that if you can articulate yourself well enough, anyone will listen. Like sometimes when he's asked a normal question that he could easily just give an answer that everyone will understand, he thinks he's sitting around a campfire and needs to paint us a picture with his words. Like just listen to his reasoning for cussing so much.
Why do you curse so much? For a guy who doesn't need to.
Because I only believe in authenticity. It's how I talk. Like when I think about, do I care about my employees? It feels more like in my brain and my heart and my soul, do I give a fuck about my employees more than do I care about my employees? That's from my brain and heart to my mouth.
Do you curse at home?
A ton.
In front of your kids?
Yep. I'm just not devastated to go into my fourth grade teacher and Mrs. Thompson's like, you have a real problem. I'm like, what's that, Mrs. Thompson? Your daughter curses. I just don't see that as a real problem. Me and Mrs. Thompson just don't see the world the same way. Again, I'm the byproduct of Mrs. Thompson telling me my whole life that I would be a failure. Mrs. Thompson thought that a D in science was going to be my downfall, just like she thinks saying fuck is her downfall.
Dog, that is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to throw in a couple of fucks and shits into my conversations, but I also know when not to. Like, swearing is his gimmick. If he didn't cuss as much as he did, he would not be as big as he is now as a social media celebrity. I don't know about his business ethic, it says he's worth $50 million, so he's doing something right. But when it comes to motivational speaking, the difference between him and the next guy is that he talks like an 8th grader when his parents aren't home. And there's no reason for it. Like, you can even see when she asks him, why do you do it when there's no reason? He's like, I don't know, it just seems fun. And then he just casually says that he cusses in front of his kids, and when the teacher tells him, hey, dumbass, stop that, that's not right, he's like, listen here, bitch, we don't see the world the same way, and then goes into some cryptic bullshit about his past teacher.
Mrs. Thompson thought that a D in science was going to be my downfall, just like she thinks saying fuck is her downfall.
I've never heard of a teacher telling you you'll get nowhere in life for cussing. Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard teachers cuss and they've gotten to where they are, but yeah, I've never heard a teacher say, you're never gonna make it in life for saying the word fuck. But if this was all about Gary Vee's YouTube videos, then I'd be here for days. Instead, we're gonna be taking a look at his half-assed attempt to stay relevant with the youth and taking a look at his TikTok.
I think the final score is when you die. And I think the scoreboard is how many people show up to your fucking funeral. That is my perspective on life.
So if you're not a huge celebrity, you lose. That's basically what he's saying, because like only so much of your family can make it to the funeral in the first place. Like how far down the family tree are you gonna go? Like, is your 4th grade teacher gonna show up? Because if you're counting points, I'm gonna start sending out funeral cards like it's a fucking high school reunion. As long as they show up, my son is gonna be counting those points. Mark, you're gonna be in the dust, boy, because I'm gonna have fucking 50,000 kids confused show up to my funeral.
400 trillion to 1. Those are the odds of becoming a human being. You are more likely to win the lotto 10 times in your life than actually having one. Go step out and do your thing. The one thing you've always wanted to do, or the 10, 50, 100 things you've always tried to do. Because the only thing that's keeping you back is the other people that are judging you. And who gives a fuck about them?
Literally everything of what he just said is straight out of the How to Motivate People for Dummies handbook. Like, all he did was just add who gives a fuck about them to the end of it to make it his own. Other than that, he just said something my doctor could have told me.
And who gives a fuck about them? If I paid you $100 to wear one backpack for the next 3 years, would you do it?
No.
If I paid you $20 million, would you do it?
Yes.
That's the game I'm explaining. Map every single backpack company and look at it in a room like this and be like, okay, reach out to all of them and be like, yo, what's up, guys? Like, what can we do? And they're gonna say, well, we'll give you a ton of shit, we love you. And you're like, what about money? No. Next. Jansport, wanna do something? No. Number 3. What up? Hey, you gonna give us free stuff? Yep, 20,000 posts. Cool. You wanna give us equity? Yep. We'll give you 2% of the company if you sign a 3-year deal, only wear our shit, da-da-da. Then you decide.
So he's explaining it's better to take $20 million than $100. Well, thank God Gary Vee was born, because I don't think I was smart enough to make that decision on my own without you explaining it to me. I'm gonna take I'll take $100 instead of the 20 million. The fuck? Like, all of what he just said has been told to every business student in every business class in America. Probably the world.
You fucking roll up on your dad, your mom, your sister, and say, fuck you, I'm out. Because you're fucking toxic. I'll see you in 6 years if you figure out why the fuck I left. And by the way, just so you know, I do not think that's easy.
No.
Unfortunately, it's the answer.
Well, truth's never easy, right?
People really find this guy helpful. Did you really need someone to tell you to tell your parents fuck off? Like, dude, I could have told you that and you wouldn't have had to wait in a line for me to tell you that either. Like, dude really waited in line to be told something an emo kid at a high school could tell him.
What's going on?
What are you doing here?
I'm fucking garage selling, showing people how it's done. What's your story?
I'm trying to move to Colorado with my buddy and do some really creative stuff.
Yep.
I don't know if it's the right thing right now.
Go do that. You can always go to finance sales school. You could
This
always,
is like an old.
I think it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go right back to school at
Stay well,
24.
man.
Go do that.
Yeah,
go
man.
to Colorado.
I honestly feel bad for people that need Gary Vee to help them make their life decisions. Like, there was no other person closer to you than Gary Vee to help you with that question. Like, right after he told you to move in with your homie, you're like, all right, well, Gary Vee said it, so yeah, I'm down. Like, what about asking your homie that you're moving in with? What if he's not okay with it anymore? What if something fell through? You're just like, Gary Vee, though, said it, bro. We gotta do this. He's like, my house burned down. Gary Vee, though, said it, bro. It's gonna happen. Like, that dude could have literally just walked down to anyone else on his street and asked the same question, and they would have given him a similar answer. Not the same exact answer, but trust. All Gary said was, live your life now, and when you're older, you can slow down.
You love your parents?
Absolutely.
If you don't do what you want to do, you're going to end up regretting it, which is then going to manifest being mad at them. There's a seed. You're hiding that seed because you love your parents so much. You're going to then do that, and then you're going to be 42 and not have the chance to do your thing, and you're going to be mad at them, and you're going to blame them for it, and then it's going to hurt your relationship, not help it. And you are doing a greater disservice to the relationship of you and your parents by not doing what you want to do than by doing what they want you to do.
Alright, so for this one, I am convinced that Gary didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. Like, what? The question was, why shouldn't you listen to your parents? Not, can you confuse the fuck out of me?
There's a seed. Being mad at them, you're hiding that seed. It's called Craigslist. Even when you live in the fucking hood, when you hit free, people are giving away free shit. Old TVs, frames, video games, for free. You click the button, you go, yo, I'm coming to your house, I'm picking it up. You don't have transportation? Good. You carry a fucking chair on a bus in the fucking subway. People look at you, who gives a fuck? Fuck them. Next, you come home. I know you got a cell phone. Take a picture of the fucking chair. There's something called Facebook Marketplace. It's the eBay and Craigslist of Facebook. You put the chair on for $20. Somebody's going to message you and buy it off of you. You can do that 50 times a month and make $3,000 a month, and now you have money. Or you can sit at home, play fucking 2K, and blame the world.
Yeah, you could make $1,000, but that's if anyone buys your shit. Like, why stop at 1,000? What about 2,000, 5,000? Fuck, 50,000. Like, what if you find a rare baseball card that's worth $10,000, but then when you put it on eBay, they tell you it's fake and it's worth nothing? Like, you're telling us obvious things that anyone over 12 would know. If you did not know you can make money on eBay by reselling things, I don't know how you even found this video, let alone turned on your computer.
When you hit free, people are giving away free shit. Old TVs, frames, video games, for free.
He's really acting like people are giving away good stuff for free on Craigslist. Let's just see what kind of stuff is for free is around me that's good. We have a styrofoam cooler, spotlessly clean. I'm hoping the dollar bill comes with it. An air hockey table, a reception desk stand, I don't know how to, Sven high chair and Bob jogging stroller, a free Wurlitzer electrical organ, and a free wood chair. Not one TV, not one video game like he said. And I don't think I've seen anyone ever give free video games away on Craigslist, unless it was like a front for something else, like drugs. But this dude is just saying common sense things that'll fake motivate you into doing something, and then when you realize that there's just a spotlessly clean cooler and a chair that no one would buy for any price, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna wait for the next Gary Vee video to come out so he can tell me what to do next.
You can do that 50 times a month and make $3,000 a month.
So at this point, you see what I mean. Gary Vee thinks he knows everything, but in reality, he just has very good common sense. And he doesn't know how to express that into words. He does know how to tell us that taking $10 is better than taking $5, And judging by the people that leave comments, they would most likely take the $5 until Gary Vee told them otherwise. The only thing that I did see on his TikTok that I can somewhat agree with is this video.
Don't ever worry about how many people are subscribed to your channel.
Other than that, he is a good businessman, even though he has multiple videos telling us how he lost millions, including how he missed out on this deal with Uber worth $300 million.
Had I wrote a $25,000 check into that company like I did the other companies, it'd be worth $300 million.
Jesus.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that a good businessman might have those $300 million and the story to tell it. But what do I know? I'm only worth $49 million, not 50. But yeah, guys, this video is more about the motivational speaker side of him. I know I only picked out certain TikToks to go over, but the rest was just him telling old people not to complain about the younger generation because they raised them. Like, in some cases, that's correct, but what about the kids that are just assholes? I know you've seen them, the ones that cry in public because they didn't get their ice cream. Like, shut the fuck up, because when you're older, you're going to realize that ice cream's overpriced and you're going to be crying about it for a different reason. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm really just tired of seeing this guy on my For You page, especially when it's not even original content and it's just re-uploads of his old videos. Until next time, peace.
You can do that 50 times a month and make $3,000 a month.
Release me, please, to believe the evil is coming for you. It's me and 100 warriors armed with swords, and we sorcerers singing glory of the morning that your abortion comes.